예, 이분이요. 이름이 없거든요. 이름이 또 까먹었네요. 되게 유명한데? NDP에 막 나오신 지역구 피플란 마와기도 거기 NDP 후보자예요. 무슨 가능성이 별로 없다고.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As I was introduced, I'm Sata, Law Councillor, City of Burnaby. We are starting our program now, and before we do that, I just want to acknowledge that we are on the Coast Salish territory. We thank them for sharing their land with us. Welcome, everyone. Today, as you know, a great day. It's a great start, something we've been waiting for many, many months. In fact, many years, 12 years to be exact. It's finally here. And we had a great start, and what can I say? Look around here. We know that we are going to do it this time. Looking at this room, looking at the number of people here, there's no doubt in my mind that on May the 14th, we are going to have the NDP and the Premier, and we're going to have the MLAs elected on May the 14th. So, thank you all for your support, for your help, and those who have sponsored tables, and those who have done a lot of work to put this event for Jane Shin. It is important, not from just financial perspective, but it's important to have you here to see that we got activists, we got supporters who will be on the road, who will be on the street, who will be door knocking, who will be on the phone, bringing every vote out there to vote for us on May the 14th. It's a start with you, and so thank you for being here tonight. As I said, we've been waiting a long time, 12 years. This is the beginning, the end of the 12 years of, you can name it, deceit, corruption, incompetency, all things combined. But the things that most hurt us or the things that they didn't do, child care, child poverty, child care, seniors, youth, the environment, the sale of assets, all those things, my friends, brothers and sisters, it's time for us to take control. It's time for us to make changes, one step at a time, practical step at a time. So thank you for being here. I'd like to acknowledge them. With me are my colleagues, Paul McDonnell, Councillor City of Burnaby, and Ken, Councillor City of Burnaby, and long-time trustee Gary Wong. Where's Gary Wong? Gary's, I saw Gary. Where's Gary? And we also have our newest trustee with us, Harman Pender. So, the Burnabyites, as you can see, all members of the NDP. But don't tell anyone. There's no one out there with, anytime the election comes, over there NDP, don't vote for them. But they're all card-carrying members, by the way. So, I'm very happy to be here with them. And we can hardly wait for the action to start. So now, my pleasure to introduce the other two card-carrying member of the NDP and MLA, happens to be MLA too. I have Rod Chauhan from Burnaby Edmonds, MLA, and Kathy Corrigan, MLA, Burnaby MLA.
Well, hello everybody, and thank you for being here. So, I'm supposed to be Jenny Kwan, but I'm not. You may have noticed, I'm not nearly as smart as Jenny, or as young. Although we were both born in the year of the snake, but in different years. Decades apart, that's right. So Jenny was going to say, it's my honor to welcome you to Vancouver Mount Pleasant, my constituency. But I can't say that. But I do welcome you to Vancouver Mount Pleasant. And it is one of the most diverse and vibrant communities in all of British Columbia. The reason that Jenny is not here, she wanted to be here, but she agreed on an emergency basis that she would meet with some housing protesters that were at our event earlier. So because of that she'd agreed to do that, she is not here at this point, but will probably join us later.
Hey, this is the most well-behaved crowd I haven't seen for the last 2 months. I think you all like Gary Shin, don't you? My name is Raj Chauhan. Until yesterday I was MLA for Burnaby Edmonds. Today I'm the candidate for NDP in Burnaby Edmonds. As Kathy has said, the Mount Pleasant is most diverse community. I disagree with that. I think the most diverse community is Burnaby. We have more than 100 different languages spoken in Burnaby. So now, in Burnaby we have 2 NDP MLAs, myself and Kathy Corrigan. But guess what? On May 14th, we are going to have wall-to-wall NDP in Burnaby with Jane Shin and Janet Rutland.
So many of us that are here just came back from the rally at the Vancouver Hotel. And I have to say there was so much energy in the air, so much excitement, so much support for our wonderful leader, Adrian Dix. And it's clear that we are going to have change for the better, one practical step at a time.
And when we speak of our leader Adrian Dix, that's the other name of being positive. Adrian Dix has said very clearly that we are going to leave cynicism behind. We are going to talk about the politics of inclusion. We're going to talk about positive energy. We're going to talk about seniors. We're going to talk about students. That's the kind of energy we saw at Hotel Vancouver a few minutes ago when we came from there. So we're going to continue with that same kind of energy. So let me hear, are you ready? No, I didn't hear that. Tell me, are you ready for a victory?
So, it gives us a great deal of pleasure to introduce some of your NDP candidates that are running in the election on May the 14th. And first of all, I'd like to introduce Avtar Bains. Avtar's not here yet. He's still at the rally. Secondly, from New Westminster, Judy Darcy. From Vancouver Point Grey, the person who is going to knock off the premier of this province, David Eby.
And the next MLA from Coquitlam Millardville is Selena Robinson. MLA and our candidate from Vancouver, Kensington, Mighty Mabel Elmore. And the next MLA from Burnaby North, Janet Rutledge.
Fabulous representative from Vancouver Hastings, Shin. And from Vancouver, Fraserview, the next NDP MLA to represent that riding, Gabriel Yu.
And our next MLA from Vancouver, Portsmouth, Matt Toner. From Richmond Center, the next MLA is Fred Kwan. And ladies and gentlemen, the real Jenny Kwan has just arrived.
To be the MLA for this riding, and so happy to see all of you here in support of Jane, our next MLA for Burnaby Lougheed. Now, before she gets on the stage, let me just tell you a little something about this wonderful woman and how lucky we are as New Democrats to have her as our candidate. For so long in our movement, we have wanted to work hard to build diversity. We, the New Democrats, fundamentally believe in having different people from all walks of life, from across the globe, to represent us in the house, in the people's house. And for so long in this history, it's been a tough fight. It's been a tough fight, but it was the CCF NDP who always stood their ground to say no against racism and to say no against discrimination. At a time when it wasn't popular to do so, it was the CCF NDP who stood up and said, yes, they will fight that fight, even though everyone else says it's the popular thing to do. The NDP, the CCF NDP stood their ground and fought against that fight because it was the right thing to say no against discrimination. And all these years we have worked hard, and you look across the stage here tonight, it is so wonderful to see the diversity that we have on this stage representing different ridings across the province of British Columbia. We have, of course, a fabulous candidate, as you know, and we're going to break ground, the first time ever in the history of British Columbia, to bring forward someone that represents a different segment of our community, someone who speaks with passion, someone who believes in fundamental rights and the rights of people, someone who actually devoted her life and her journey in building a career and in the helping profession, someone who moved beyond that and to say, I want to engage in the educational realm, to reach out to other people in our communities. Someone who's going to be an incredible voice in the New Democrat floor, in the House, in the BC Legislature, and it is my honor to welcome Shin, Dr. Shin, to the stage to be the next MLA of Fundraising. I do look better in the picture, I do acknowledge that. No, I'm okay, alright. Well, good evening everyone. My gosh. So thank you so much, Jenny, for your introduction, and of course our esteemed colleagues from BC NDP team for joining us here tonight. No pressure on my side, right? There's over 500 people in this room, and we are excited, and BC NDP is going to be the next government for us this May 14th, and I'm excited and honored to be a part of this team. So, today, officially marks the start of the 40th general election for BC. And what better room for us to be celebrating that here, because if you just look around you, look at the diversity that's in this room. I mean, I can say, 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요, 여러분, 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요, 고맙습니다. And of course, I have my Taiwanese, Chinese, Hong Kongese friends that are here. I'm working on my Mandarin. Probably can't get to Cantonese just yet, but Shesheni for being here. Sukriya for my South Asian friends that are in the house. So thank you. This is a great room. And this is a room that is special because this room shows that we care. And we care about the future of the province, of our province. So, I would like to share with you something I noticed recently. It's probably a habit that came into play maybe sometime last year. But I noticed that every time I wake up, and every morning when I wake up, every time I address the crowd like this tonight, every time before I fall asleep, I ask myself, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why are you here tonight? Besides the couple of arms that I twisted? But why are you here? Why am I here? Why are we investing thousands of dollars? Why are we investing countless hours on this thing called campaign? So it's a good question.
because I think it grounds me. It reminds me of my own core values, which I know is the same as your core values that our Team BC NDP shares right here. And our mission, our leader, Adrian Dix, has made it very clear. Our mission, why are we here? Our mission is positive change. It's change, positive change, change for the better this May 14th. Change for the better this May 14th. That's our mission. So why is that? As some of you already know, I'm trained as a medical doctor. I have been teaching in the post-secondary institutions for the last several years. And I see every day the consequences of just how much harder and more unaffordable the life has become for average, hard-working families of British Columbia in the past decade under this government. And it has to change. And it has to change. So how do we do that? How do we do that? Every time I go and knock on the door, at the doorstep of the homes that I've been visiting for this past year, people are looking for a change. They're not just looking, some of us are desperate for a change. Because wouldn't you agree, aren't we looking for a government that will start governing and stop campaigning as they have been doing for the past 2 years? We need a government that will invest in what we stand for, what we are proud of, that will invest in education, that will invest in healthcare before committing another dollar to the paid ads and the photo ops that the Liberals have been doing the past how many years, right? So we are in need of a change in this province, and that's why ultimately I just have to step up and be a part of this political process so that we can bring the change that we need in this province one step at a time. So I'm very excited to be here on stage with the most amazing people that I've met so far. So Kathy Corrigan, Janet Rutledge, we have Shane, Jenny, Frank, Chris Wilson from Coquitlam, and we have Judy, Raj, Mabel, and Selena and David. These are the people that I need to go on May 14th so that we can form the government that will make people its mandate once again as a good government should. And I urge you, because we need to count on your support. We need your full support, because for the next 28 days, we will be campaigning harder than we have ever before. We will be campaigning on our core values. We'll be campaigning on things that matter to you, things that matter to me, things that matter to our families. So what are those things? We're going to be campaigning for accessible education. We're going to be campaigning for better healthcare. We're going to be campaigning for stronger economy, and we're going to be campaigning for a just and generous society that I'm proud to be a part of as a Canadian, as a British Columbian. So I urge you, my friends, that this May 14th, that you join us and be a part of this campaign that is our campaign, so that we can bring the change that we need in BC, one practical step at a time. All right? Are we ready for this? Please join us. All right? Okay? This is your team. Let's go do it. BC NDP government is what we want this May 14th. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Oh, my
우리 순정행을 위해서 와!
deep honor to be able to introduce you a special woman that has been a role model for me, as she has been for many people before us and currently also. So it's my pleasure to be announcing that Olivia Chow, who is joining us from Ontario, she's flown all this way so that she can add more power and empower me, empower our campaign so that we can take it to the next stage. So Olivia Chow is the wife of late Jack Layton, our leader, former leader, and she's also an MP. She's been a tireless, fearless community activist advocating for her community, and it's my pleasure to share with you her tonight. So if I can have Olivia up to the stage, if you can please give her a big round of applause. Thank you. Good evening. Food is good? Yeah. Let's give a round of applause to all the waiter, waitresses, and the chef all the way to the kitchen. Big round of applause, a big thank you to the restaurant, all the workers. I'm trying to warm up your hands, huh? How many of you, this is the first time you attended an NDP function? First time, let's see your hands. Wow, big round of applause for all the people, first time NDP function. And while I'm at it, how many of you are ready, absolutely ready, for the first Korean Canadian MLA right here in British Columbia? How many of you are ready for it? Woohoo! Yes. Wouldn't that be amazing? Think about it. Why do people immigrate? Why do my parents immigrate? My parents immigrate because, and why do they sacrifice? Because they want the next generation. People like myself, people like Jane, to be successful. And that's what this campaign is about. That's why Dr. Shin wants to be an MLA, because it's about our future. It's about positive change for better healthcare, better education system, and more opportunity, better opportunities for jobs, for young people especially. That's what we need, a better society, and change for the better, practical step at a time. So are you ready to elect Dr. Shin into the legislation come May 14th? Are you ready? Yes! Let's hear it! Yes!
yes in Korean? Teach us. Are you ready? What is yes in Korean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say it again. What is it?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes in Korean is also yes. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you again. Are you ready to elect the first Canadian Korean into the legislation here in British Columbia? Are you ready? Yes. All right. All right. Okay. Now that we're warmed up, I'm here to warm you up. Now that you've got your hands up and down, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask you to raise your hand. I'm going to be bold. I'm going to ask you to raise your hand. Those of you that are ready to make this a reality. I need one person to start. And I need you to think about whether you're going to be the first person to donate to Dr. Shin's campaign. Do you have enough? You know how much I'm going to ask for? Jane said no to start this high, but I know that you can dig deep. Who will give me $1,000 to get Dr. Shin elected? Who would give me $1,000? Give me your hands. I got one over here. We got one here. I'm going to call Olivia to come and help me out. I have another Olivia. I have a secret weapon. I have another Olivia here. Welcome, Olivia. All the way up to, let me calculate. Thank you. We have 1,000 over here. Do we have another 1,000 over there? 2,000. Okay, I need 3,000. You know, you're right. Dream big. Don't let them tell you it can't be done. I have 4 over there. 4,000. 5. We have 5,000. Now we can get some signs. Big signs. You know, how many more? Do I have 6? Do I have 5 so far? I am going to keep you away from your food until you give me every dollar. Just we will take cash. We will take anything. We will, okay, so far how much do we have? We have 5,000. Do we have 6? Do we have 1 more for $1,000? You're thinking. Okay, we have 5,000 so far. Now, $5,000 only get me 200 signs. 200 signs.
We had $5,000 donation right in the back.
$5,000 plus that 5. We have $10,000 now. Wow, now we're talking. Now, so far, we have 5,000 plus 5,000, right? So 10,000 so far. Now, that only gives me 40 signs. No, actually, no. $5,000 will give me 400 and 200 signs. So we got 400 big signs, okay? That's a good start. However, we need some leaflets, okay? Now that we got Dr. Shin's sign up, we have 400 of these big signs, but we need literature, right? We need to tell her story. Talk about how she's a successful medical doctor and then became a professor. She went back to teach, to inspire the second generation. So we need $500 so that we can get some literature out there. Now remember, $500 donations, you are going to get most of it back. It's really only going to cost you $225. $225 and a change for the better. $500. Who would give me $500? Put up your hands. We have 1 over here. 500. Big round of applause to get it started. 500. I can get more 500 than that. Come on, 500. We need literature. We need literature. If you don't have literature, how are we going to tell our story? Okay? You know, we need to translate the literature. It's not only in English. Which is going to cost you $75 only. $75 is dinner for 2. We have 200 over here. Woohoo! Another 200. 2. I want more. 200. We have 2 200s. You can do it. 3, 4, Come on, keep going. Thank you. Big round of applause to this wonderful table that have donated huge amount of money. Thank you. I want to see lots of hands up. $100. Who would give me 100? We got one here too. Anybody else? $100 only cost you 25. Anybody? 3. $25 only. Who would give me $100? Anybody else? Anybody in the back? Anyone in the back? 100? Okay, back over.